gentlemen, I am Laura Goodwin and this is Laura X Annie. You guys do not understand how excited I am to start this series. I have been so wanting to start this series for about half a year now. About 6 months I've been wanting to do this, but I was waiting until we got set lock photos so that I can kind of make more sense of things and not just pluck ideas out my head for season 4. So yeah, I am now starting this, and this series will be going from today in May all the way through to December, because now I know when Sherlock season 4 is coming, so it'll make sense. So let's get right in. This is where I'm going to go through everybody's character arcs and how their character has gone from season 1 to season 3 and what I think is going to happen in season 4. I am doing Sherlock today, and then I'm going through John, Mary, Mycroft, Greg, Mary and John's relationship, my Strad's relationship and John Locke's relationship, and that's gonna be it. So let's start with Sherlock. Here he is here. I've got the limited edition one with the skull. There you go. Okay, anyway, let's get right into it. So, Sherlock is a fucking complicated character. He is more complicated than a Rubik's Cube. And in season 1, he is cold, he's a machine, he's only warmed up to John. But I think the only reason he warmed up to John is John is the first person who's called him amazing. No one else has ever called him amazing, and he thinks, oh my god, this is someone to keep, and this is someone to like cherish. This person thinks I'm amazing. On to Greg. Greg isn't really his friend at this moment in time, more his co-worker. Mrs. Hudson we're introduced to as his landlady, but basically housekeeper. So there's nothing much there, to be honest, season 1 that kind of makes you think that she's anything else. Mycroft is his annoying big brother, aka arch enemy from A Study in Pink. By the way, meant to say, spoilers throughout this. If you've not seen any of the Sherlock seasons, why are you watching this? Don't know. Okay. He is a pain in the arse, but he is very smart. I'll give you that. He's very, very smart and he knows it, but he's a pain in the arse. And the first time we see humanity from Sherlock in season 1 is season 1, episode 2, The Blind Banker, where he calls John his friend in front of Sebastian, his old uni pal, and it backfires because John calls him his colleague absolute tit. Now on to season 2. He is slowly caring for John much more deeply. But he's not showing it in the conventional ways. He's just not showing it until obviously episode 3 then. We all know what happens in episode 3. He is opening up to Greg a lot more, but I think that we can see that the detective has helped him a lot with his drugs and stuff like that. We know that it's canon that, is it 5 years before John came along that's when Greg first met him? Is that canon? I have a funny feeling that is canon. Mrs. Hudson, he sees her as his second mother and he protects her, and that's very much seen by season 2, episode 1, A Scandal in Belgravia, when the Americans take Mrs. Hudson hostage and Sherlock headbutts the American and throws him out a window. Quite a few times, right onto the bins. And as for Mycroft, I think Sherlock feels like he needs his big brother. See episode 3, The Reichenbach Fall. There are no words for this episode. He falls to protect John, Greg and Mrs. Hudson, and essentially his brother as well. I feel anyway, but that's my opinion. Oh, by the way, this is like all my opinions, so if you guys think differently, please start a debate in the comments. He cries saying goodbye to John even though he knows he's going to survive. This is my thing, right? This is what I think. So he's crying and saying goodbye. A lot of people have said, oh, it's an act, it's an act. No, it actually isn't an act, because although he knows he's going to survive the fall from Bart's, he doesn't know that he's going to survive taking down Moriarty's web. So essentially when he's standing up there on the top of that building crying, he's saying goodbye to John because that's the last time he's going to see John. He thinks in his head, he doesn't think he's going to get back from Serbia. On to season 3. My favourite season, and also the season I hate slightly the most. It's weird. He loves John! It is 100% very much clear, especially in the best man speech. He wants him to be happy with Mary because Sherlock knows that he can't give John what Mary can have. Mary can give him, because Mary can give him a house, a picket fence, 2.5 kids and a dog. Oh, that Sherlock photo. Let's not even get into that. But yeah, so maybe they can give him that. Sherlock can't, but Sherlock will take what he can get. If he can get little scraps of John where they can go out in cases and that John might have to stay over, he'll take that. But he knows as much as Sherlock loves John, he knows that he can't give him what Mary can give. But we'll get more into that when I do John Locke in December. Lets Greg hug him. He also lets John beat him up after he's been tortured in Serbia. So I think Sherlock knows when he comes back, oh shit, just how much he has affected everybody and everyone that he has tried to protect and how loved he was. So I think that's like something that's very important. We also see that Mrs. Hudson is much closer than we think to Sherlock, because basically he is essentially Sherlock's second mother and is in cahoots with his mother. So yeah, basically. On to Mycroft. I think Sherlock slowly realises how much Mycroft cares for him. Your loss would break my heart. Season 3, episode 3, his last vow. There you go, without smoking. Now on to the season I am dreading the most. Season 4. I am dreading this. I am going to cry, essentially. So I know for a fact, and everybody and their mother knows, that Serbia has changed Sherlock in a very, very unique and different way. And also the drugs. Sherlock is back on the drugs. He couldn't take saying goodbye to John on the tarmac again, so he made himself high enough to get into his mind palace. No. He just couldn't bear with saying goodbye to John, and he knew that he wasn't going to come back. Well, he essentially thought he wasn't going to come back. So he thought, I'll get high as fuck. I'll try and forget John, because he was reading John's blog of how they met. He was reading it! Mary was not happy with that. That's, by the way, this is the Abominable Bride I'm talking about. He was reading how him and John met, which essentially is what Mary is pissed at. You can see it. Mary is pissed as fuck about that. With the baby in season 4, as we've all seen, I think we are going to see Sherlock go back to drugs, or at least see him battle it this season, especially from the Abominable Bride. Sherlock will essentially become lost in the work, and only John will be able to save him and take him back and bring him back into reality. So, end point. I'm John Locke trash. This is essentially what you should know about me. I am John Locke / Mystrad / Janto from Torchwood trash. Absolute I'm John Locke trash to the end, right? To the end. So of course I'd like to see them together in season 4, but I will talk more about that in December when I do my John Locke video. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait till December for that. Great, isn't it? But next month we will be discussing John's character arc like I did today with Sherlock. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys will stick around for the rest of the series of it, and I can't wait to do my TV review on Sherlock episode 1 in season 4. I'm so excited, but I will see you guys on Thursday with a new video. Bye.